Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, I wanted to talk about Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-2. I know they've had two very frustrating losses against the Denver Broncos and most recently against the Atlanta Falcons, but that doesn't mean a guy like Baker Mayfield is playing bad. In fact, let me give you some stats right now. Through 5 weeks of the NFL season, Baker Mayfield is currently ninth in the league in passing yards with 1,164. In terms of passing touchdowns, he is tied for second with Sam Darnold. Now, Joe Burrow does lead the way with 12 touchdowns so far to this year. Baker Mayfield is one behind him with 11 touchdowns. But here's another interesting thing to throw out there as well. In terms of interceptions thrown so far this year, Baker Mayfield is tied for 23rd in the league out of all quarterbacks. The leader of interceptions right now are Will Levis and Anthony Richardson, both having 6. Kirk Cousins is at 5 right now. Baker Mayfield only has 2. So, top 10 in passing yards, top 2 in passing touchdowns, and bottom half of the league minimum in terms of interceptions. You look, Baker's having a good year, man. He really is. And I have loved not just what he has done in terms of, you know, his passing ability, but also just his gritty running ability as well. I feel like has been a little bit overlooked this year. Of course, he's not going crazy in terms of yardage. He actually does have only 107 rushing yards this year, but he does have 2 rushing touchdowns. So 13 total rushing touchdowns under Baker Mayfield's helm here. He's having a pretty good year. I've loved what offensive coordinator Liam Cohen has been doing with Mayfield. He's picking up right where he left off. A West Coast style of offense is, perfect for Baker Mayfield and what he likes to do at, the quarterback position. I mean, last year, 28 touchdowns, 10 picks, a Pro Bowl. He got the $100 million contract, and so far, he hasn't skipped a beat in terms of his overall play. There have even been some people who have been throwing out MVP considerations and whatnot. Now, I would argue that, you could argue he's playing at an MVP level right now. People have been saying the same thing for Sam Darnold. People have been saying a similar thing for guys like Lamar Jackson. Baker Mayfield has more rushing touchdowns than, passing touchdowns than Lamar so far up to this point. Right now, Lamar has 9 passing touchdowns, and then in terms of rushing, he has got 2 rushing touchdowns of his own. So Baker Mayfield has just as much rushing touchdowns and more passing touchdowns than a guy like Lamar Jackson. So yeah, I don't think it's crazy to say right now, like, you would consider Baker, even in the top 7 guys for an MVP consideration right now to this point. I know that sounds weird to say, and I know we are so early on in the season, but genuinely throughout the first month of the regular season so far up to this point, Baker's been one of the most pleasant surprises, and we're seeing like these crazy career resurgences of quarterbacks right now with Mayfield last year with the Bucs. Now you have Sam Darnold going crazy. He has the second most touchdowns in the league right now. You're just seeing a couple of guys pop off, man. I think it's a cool thing to see. I like seeing these guys. By the way, Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, the number 1 and number 3 overall picks in that 2018 NFL draft. It's cool to see those guys, revive their careers in some way, shape, or form. I really do think it's great. But we'll see if Baker can continue this play of MVP caliber play, because he's been great so far. The connection with Godwin and Evans has been fantastic. He's even connecting with Cade Otton a little bit. The run game is certainly still not there where you need it to be. And also, guys, by the way, Baker's putting up these stats. He's the 6th most sacked quarterback in the league so far this year. He's been sacked 16 times. Not great. He's getting sacked on 9.5, basically, 9.47% of his dropbacks. So, not great. That's certainly got to improve, but I feel like when that offensive line improves, man, Baker's just going to hit even another level after that, I believe, because he's been crushing it. So fingers crossed, man. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about Baker Mayfield down in the comments section below. I'd like to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.